Open up. Police. Liam froze, his cereal spoon halfway to his mouth. His mom turned ashen-faced. What did you do? She whispered hoarsely. Nothing, he said firmly. I didn't do anything. But then the door slammed open. Officers rushed in, shouting his name and seizing his arms. What the hell is going on? He shouted, struggling. You're under arrest for possession with intent to distribute. Are you insane? I don't even smoke. They didn't care. The cuffs clicked shut around his wrists. His mom sobbed, and his neighbors stared in shock. At the police station, Liam kept demanding, "Why am I here?" An officer tossed a file in front of him. That's your girlfriend's car, right? Isabella's. Yes, so? The trunk was full of pills, and the bag has your fingerprints on it. That's impossible. She already gave a statement. What statement? She said she borrowed the car from you. Said you must have put the stuff there. Liam laughed, a dry, bitter sound. She's lying. She looked real scared, cried for 10 minutes straight. Isabella cried? No way. The officer shrugged nonchalantly. That's what the judge will decide. In court, Liam saw Isabella on the stand. She looked picture perfect, with her hair flowing down and a soft voice that made her seem like a wounded angel. I don't know how the drugs got there, she said, her eyes welling up. Liam let me borrow the car. He must have. Isabella. Liam yelled. Tell them the truth. She glanced at him briefly, then lowered her eyes. Isabella. Judge Carter slammed the gavel. One more outburst, and I'll hold you in contempt. I didn't do it, Liam whispered as he passed her. I'll fix it, she whispered back. Just wait. But he didn't get to wait. 5 years, the judge declared. Liam's knees buckled. 5 years, he breathed. For something I didn't do. The evidence is strong, the lawyer said, avoiding his gaze. His mom screamed, he's a good boy. He's never even. But they pulled her back. Isabella. Liam shouted one last time as they dragged him away, but she was already gone. You writing her again? Jake asked, watching Liam fold the letter. Yeah, Liam replied. She has to reply eventually. She won't, Jake muttered, tossing a rubber ball at the wall. She's gone, man. No, she's just scared, or maybe guilty. She said she'd fix it. Jake chuckled. You really believe that? She loved me. Then why isn't she here? Liam didn't answer. He sealed the envelope and handed it to the guard. Isabella Hart, same address. That's like the 10th this month, the guard said. Liam nodded. I know. Back in his bunk, he stared at the ceiling. She'll write back, he insisted. She won't, Jake repeated. They never do. You don't know her. Jake shrugged. I know silence. Days turned into weeks. Liam checked the mail call like clockwork. Nothing for you, Mitchell, the officer would say each time, leaving him with empty hands and an empty heart. During their phone calls, Liam asked his mom about Isabella. She doesn't return my texts, his mom said once. She's probably busy, Liam replied. She blocked me, Liam. I tried reaching out, but her numbers changed, and her socials are wiped clean. She wouldn't block you. She did. Click. The call ended. The next week, his mom didn't show up for visitation. She's probably just tired, Liam told Jake. You've been saying that for a month. She's sick sometimes. Jake looked at him with concern. You okay, man? I'm fine. But he wasn't. He couldn't sleep. The nights felt endless, like open wounds. He kept writing. 20 letters, 40, 60. Some were short, some angry, some full of pleading. You still writing? Jake asked one night. Liam nodded. Maybe she's not getting them, or maybe she's trashing them. He looked at Jake. You think she's forgotten me? Jake sighed. No, I think she erased you. She said she loved me. So did mine. Guess where she is now? Married with 2 kids. Isabella's not like that. You sure? No, Liam wasn't sure. 3 months in, he got a letter. He tore it open eagerly, but it was from his lawyer. I tried contacting Isabella for testimony. No response. Liam crumpled the paper. Who's it from? Jake asked. Not her. You ever think maybe this is your life now? Liam stood up angrily. Shut up. I'm just saying. I said shut up. Jake didn't speak for a while. That night, Liam cried silently, his face buried in the pillow, his fists clenched. The guard passed by. Everything all right in there? He asked. Liam didn't reply. 6 months in, he stopped writing. What, giving up? Jake asked. I'm done begging. Good. I just want to know why. She used you. No, Liam said. She loved me. Jake leaned back. Love doesn't frame you for a felony. Liam looked down. I believed in her. Yeah, that's the problem. Another month passed, and he got a call. It wasn't from his mom. It was from the hospital. She's not doing well, the nurse said. Stage 4. She didn't want to worry you. Liam's knees buckled. Why didn't she tell me? She said Isabella handled communication. Isabella blocked us from contacting you directly, said it was for your mental health. Liam hung up. Jake stared at him. What happened? She kept me from my mom. Isabella did. Jake nodded slowly. Now you believe me? Liam sat down, his eyes burning with anger and pain. She didn't just abandon me. She buried me, he whispered. I was in love with a lie. Jake didn't reply. Liam didn't sleep that night or the next. All he saw was Isabella's face, the face she wore when she lied. Yo, Mitchell, Jake called out. You might want to see this. Liam looked up from his tray. What is it? Jake pointed at the TV in the common room. Channel 6. That's your girl, right? Liam's heart stopped. There she was, Isabella, smiling brightly, wearing a red dress, standing beside a man twice her age. And here we have Senator Harrison arriving with his new girlfriend, Isabella Hart, the anchor announced. Rumors of engagement are heating up. Liam couldn't breathe. Turn that off. Jake didn't move. You seeing this? I said turn it off. Another inmate grabbed the remote and changed the channel. Liam sat down, his legs feeling like lead. Jake leaned forward. You good? She's with him. Looks like it. A senator. Big step up from you, huh? Liam didn't respond. She's doing real fine without you. Liam clenched his fists. She said she'd fix this, he muttered. Jake raised an eyebrow. Guess she found someone richer to fix it with. Liam shoved his tray away. You all right, man? No, he said. No, I'm not. Look, it sucks, but you can't let this eat you up. She left me in here and ran into his arms. She didn't trip and fall into his limo, bro. She planned that. I believed every word she said. Jake shook his head. You gotta stop waiting on ghosts. Liam stood up. I'm done waiting. Yeah. That night, instead of writing a letter, he stared at the ceiling, his fists tight and his chest burning. She was smiling on TV like he never existed. She used me, he whispered to himself. She used me to wipe her slate clean. The next morning, he went to the yard. He didn't talk, didn't sit. He ran lap after lap until his lungs felt like they were on fire. You trying to kill yourself? Jake asked. No, he said, panting. Trying to feel alive. You're weird, man. Maybe. Weeks passed. He trained every day, push-ups, sit-ups, runs. Damn, Mitchell. You trying to turn into Batman? Another inmate joked. He ignored him. Every drop of sweat was a thought he didn't want to think. Every muscle he built was a piece of him that didn't need her. You've changed, Jake said one night. I had to. No more letters, no more lies. You still thinking about her? Every time I breathe, Liam admitted. But I'm not waiting anymore. Jake nodded. Good. Real good. One day, a guard walked by. Mitchell, you're glowing, man. Hard work, he replied. You going somewhere with it? Yeah. Out. Jake grinned. There were still a few years left, but Liam was determined to make the most of them. I'm not wasting them. Honor, Liam said firmly. Jake clapped him on the back. About time. That night, Liam looked up at the ceiling. There were no tears, just a seething fire within him. She smiled while I rotted, he whispered. She forgot me, and I would never forget that. Liam, a voice called through the visiting glass. Liam looked up, and his heart skipped a beat. Malik, he murmured. Malik nodded, his eyes heavy with unspoken words. It's been a minute. No joke, Liam picked up the phone. Why now? I found something, man. Something bad. Isabella. Senator Harrison. It wasn't an accident. You didn't just get caught in something. They planned it. Liam's grip on the phone tightened. What are you talking about? I was cleaning out my old phone, found some backups, texts from Isabella, screenshots. Screenshots of her texting Harrison weeks before your arrest. Stuff like, it's almost done, and he trusts me. Liam froze. You're serious? I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. She set me up, Liam's voice cracked. Yeah, she needed you gone. Harrison couldn't run for office with a scandal hanging over them, and you were the easiest fix. Liam sat back, feeling numb. 5 years. Malik looked down. I didn't know then, I swear. Why didn't you come sooner? I didn't check the backups until last week. I thought you moved on. But when I saw them, man, I had to tell you. What did they say exactly? Malik pulled out a piece of paper. He'll take the fall. He loves me too much to question it. Liam's stomach churned. She knew I'd protect her. She used that love to bury me. He stared at the scratched, up booth window. Why would she do this? Harrison gave her a life you couldn't. Power, money, status. She destroyed mine. Malik nodded solemnly. She did. Liam clenched the phone. And now she's smiling on red carpets, like I never existed. He closed his eyes. I was rotting in a cell while she planned a future. I figured you deserve the truth before you get out. Liam's jaw tightened. I used to dream of her face. Now I want it gone. I can print the texts. You could do something with them. Like what? The damage is done. No one cares about an ex. Khan's revenge story. Malik leaned closer. Then make them care. Liam shook his head. Revenge won't give me those years back. But it might give you peace. Liam didn't answer. Look, Malik said. You don't owe them silence. You owed her love, he whispered, and she turned it into a sentence. Malik exhaled. I'll be here when you get out. Thanks. Malik stood up. Think about what you want, Liam, not what they took. The guard tapped the window. Time was up. Liam hung up the phone slowly, his hands trembling. Back in his cell, he stared at the ceiling. She planned it, he whispered. Every second. Jake looked over. You good? No. You look like you saw a ghost. Worse. I saw the truth. Liam sat on his bunk, fist balled. She didn't just leave me. She buried me with vomit, with lies, with smiles on camera, while I faded into cement walls. But now I had fire. The gate buzzed, and Liam stepped through, squinting at the sunlight, the first time in 5 years. Malik stood there, hands in his pockets. You look the same, bro. I feel different, Liam muttered. Malik walked up and clapped his back. Come on. I got the car running. Thanks for everything. Malik looked at him. Don't thank me yet. They rode in silence. Liam stared out the window. The city looked colder than he remembered. You hungry? Not really. Malik nodded. I cleaned out the spare room. You can crash there. What happened to Mom? Malik hesitated. You sure you want to know now? Tell me. She passed 2 years ago. Cancer. Liam looked away. She didn't even get to see me free. She wrote you letters. Isabella blocked them. Isabella blocked my mother's letters? Malik nodded. She made sure no one could reach you. She ruined everything. Malik didn't argue, just kept driving. When they got to his place, Liam just stood there. This feels wrong. It's not. You're out. That's what matters. Liam nodded slowly. Freedom doesn't feel like freedom. It will. The next day, Malik tossed Liam some keys. Tony's expecting you. Garage on 5th. A job. Something to get your hands dirty. Better than staring at the walls. Tony was a big guy with grease, stained hands. He squinted at Liam. You Malik's guy? Yeah. You know your way around an engine? I used to. You'll remember. He tossed Liam a rag. Start with that Camry. Liam got to work. The engine coughed like it hadn't been touched in years. Tony came over. Not bad. You've done this before. Long time ago. Keep at it. That night, Liam sat in Malik's kitchen, his arms sore. How was it? Malik asked. Loud, dirty, honest. Malik grinned. Told you it'd help. Liam nodded. It's something. Weeks passed. Liam kept his head down, fixed cars, saved cash, and stayed quiet. But every time he turned a wrench, he thought of Isabella, of Senator Harrison, of the years they stole from him. One evening, Tony lit a cigarette outside. You got quiet eyes, kid. What's that mean? Like you're holding a scream you don't want out. Liam didn't answer. You're good with cars, but you're burning. I'm fine. Suit yourself. At home, Malik handed Liam an envelope. It came for you. Liam opened it. A letter from the state, some court-related nonsense. I sighed. Thinking of doing something, Liam said. Like what? Justice? Revenge? I don't know, Malik asked. I think about it every day, Liam nodded. Every damn day. Malik leaned in. Just don't let it eat you. It already has. You're better than that. I'm not sure I am. Malik looked at him like he wanted to argue, but decided against it. Back in his room, Liam pulled out the folder Malik gave him. The texts, the screenshots, her lies. He stared at her words. He'll take the fall. Not anymore, he whispered. Freedom wasn't peace, but it was a start. The ringtone buzzed at midnight. An unknown number. Liam let it go to voicemail. Malik leaned against the doorway, rubbing his eyes. Who calls at this hour? No idea, Liam muttered, staring at the screen. A minute later, a voicemail notification popped up. You gonna check it? Malik asked. Liam hesitated, then hit play. Her voice, Isabella's. Liam, it's me. I know I'm the last person you want to hear from. Please don't go to the press. I need to explain. I'm sorry. I never meant for things to go that far. Please call me. Liam froze, his jaw locked. Malik squinted. That was her, wasn't it? Yeah. She's scared. She should be. Malik walked over and sat on the edge of the couch. So, you gonna call her back? Liam stared at the phone. No. No. She wants to talk now, after 5 years? She sounds desperate. Good. Malik exhaled. You sure you don't want closure? Liam shook his head. She made her choices. Let her live with them. Malik nodded slowly. You still think about her? Not the way you think. The voicemail says otherwise. I think about what she cost me, my mom, my freedom, my damn life. Then maybe hearing her out won't change a damn thing. Silence stretched between them. Finally, Malik said, All right. Your call. I want her to panic. I want her to feel what I felt. Let her wonder if I'll go public. You will. Maybe. Malik looked at him. Just don't let her drag you back in. I won't. You sure? Liam met his eyes. Yeah, I'm sure. The next day at the garage, Liam barely said a word. Tony handed him a wrench. You okay? Didn't sleep. Still haunted by the past. She called. Tony raised an eyebrow. The one who set you up? Left a message. What did she say? Don't go to the press. She's sorry. Tony snorted. Now she's sorry. Exactly. You planning to meet her? No. Smart. Back at home, Malik sat on the porch. She called again. What? Left another voicemail. I didn't answer. I grabbed my phone. Another message. I hit play. Liam, please. Just 5 minutes. You don't even have to forgive me. I need you to hear me out. I tossed the phone on the table. Malik raised a brow. Still not gonna respond. She's trying to save herself, not apologize. She said she's sorry. She cried in court too. Didn't mean anything then either. He nodded. Fair. I'm not falling for it. But you're still listening. I want to hear her squirm. You always this cold. Only when I'm burned. Malik didn't say anything. I stood up. I'll go for a walk. Don't punch a wall. No promises. I walked past the old diner, past the park bench where my mom used to sit. Everything felt smaller, as if the world had shrunk in the 5 years I'd been away. When I got back, Malik was waiting. She emailed too. You read it? No. Your call. I opened my laptop. The subject line read, please. I hovered the cursor over it, then shut the screen. Malik watched me closely. You're holding a grenade. She pulled the pin 5 years ago. You planning to throw it? Not yet. He smiled faintly. Let her sweat, huh? She's earned it. But that night, lying in bed, I replayed her voice again and hated that part of me still wanted to know why. She was already sitting when I walked into the cafe, the same one we used to visit. But the air was different now, heavy with unspoken words and regret. Liam, she whispered. I sat across from her, not saying a word. The waitress came over. Coffee, black, I said. Isabella nodded. Same. When the waitress walked away, Isabella leaned forward. Thank you for coming. I stayed still, my eyes fixed on her. I know I don't deserve it, she continued. But I had to see you. I looked at her tired eyes and nervous hands. Why now? I was scared. For 5 years. She winced at the memory. I didn't know how to fix it. You didn't even try. I wanted to, she whispered. But Harrison, he was dangerous. I laughed, a cold, bitter sound. So you threw me to the wolves. I was trapped, Liam. No, I was trapped. You walked free. Her voice cracked. You don't understand. I understand betrayal just fine. I thought he loved me. I thought. Save it. She looked down, defeated. I lost control. He said if I didn't frame you, he'd ruin me, my family. Still, you made the choice. Tears rolled down her cheeks. I'm so sorry. The waitress returned with our coffees, setting them down gently. Let me know if you need anything else. I nodded. Isabella reached for a napkin and dabbed her eyes. I've lived with this every day. Good, I said. You should feel it every damn day. I do. I swear. I never stopped thinking about you. I sipped my coffee. That's supposed to help me sleep better? I know I can't undo it, but if this goes public, I'll lose everything. I raised an eyebrow. And that's why you're really here. No. Yes. You're scared. I came to tell you the truth. Too late. She reached for my hand, and I didn't move. I was weak, she said softly. You were strong. You survived. I didn't survive. I changed. She whispered, I see that. I pulled my hand back. Isabella's lips trembled. What are you gonna do? I haven't decided. I'll cooperate. Anything you need. I stared at her. Now you want to help? I want to make it right. You can't. I have money. I can talk to. I don't want your money. She looked away, ashamed. I'm sorry. That's the second time you've said it. Still means nothing. I deserve this. You deserve more than this. Her voice dropped to a whisper. Do you hate me? No, I paused. But I don't care about you anymore. That's worse. She blinked, stunned. I stood up, left a $10 bill on the table. Isabella whispered, will you tell them? I looked down at her. I haven't decided. She didn't speak again. I walked out, and the sun hit my face. I didn't look back. The suit was expensive, too clean for this part of town. He waited outside the garage, holding a folder like it was made of glass. You, Liam? I wiped my hands on a rag. Who's asking? Isabella's attorney, Mr. Kaplan. I crossed my arms. You lost or just brave? He didn't smile. I'd like to speak privately. Malik stepped out. That a problem? Kaplan glanced at him, then back at me. No problem. Just sensitive matters. I nodded toward the break room. 5 minutes. Inside, I sat down while he stayed standing. He opened the folder and slid a document across the table. This is a non-disclosure agreement. I didn't touch it. About what? Isabella, the past, the case, everything. I stared at him. She scared again? He adjusted his tie. Concerned. There's a difference, right? He cleared his throat. In exchange for your signature, you'll receive a transfer of $500,000 within 24 hours. I laughed. $500,000 to shut up? To move on, he said. Start fresh. She thinks money fixes 5 years. Kaplan remained calm. It's not an admission. It's a resolution. Resolution for her. She's trying, Mr. Cross. I pushed the paper back. Tell her I'm not that cheap. He didn't flinch. Think it over. This offer expires in 72 hours. He turned to leave. Malik stood in the doorway. Everything good? I nodded. Yeah, just nonsense. Kaplan handed him a card. In case he changes his mind. Malik watched him walk out, then shut the door. What was that? I held up the paper. Silence for sale. How much? $500,000. Malik let out a low whistle. Damn. I tossed it on the table. Like that makes it okay? Didn't say that, Malik said. But that kind of money could change everything. She ruined my life, and they're offering to fund the rebuild. I sat down. It feels dirty, he sat across from me. What's your plan? Go public. Drag her name through the mud. If that's justice? Maybe. You think the world will care? Malik asked. They'll read it, forget it, move on. I won't exactly. You'll still carry it, with or without their sympathy. I looked at the contract. So I take the money and disappear? No, Malik said. You take the money and live. Start something real, a garage, a business, a life. I tapped the table. She walks away clean? Not clean, he said. Scared, controlled, watching every word for the rest of her life. I leaned back. So silence is the real revenge. He shrugged. Maybe pieces. I stared at the ceiling. Feels like selling my soul. Or buying it back. I didn't speak, just kept looking at that damn paper. Are you sure about this? The journalist asked. Her eyes locked on mine. I slid the folder across the table. Everything's in there. Texts, call logs, emails. She opened it slowly. You're handing me a career-defining story. No, I said. I'm handing you the truth. She flipped through a few pages. Harrison, Isabella. This is explosive. Good. Why now? I looked out the cafe window. Because I've been silent long enough. She nodded. I'll need to verify everything. But if this holds, it holds. She met my eyes. You're ready for the storm. I lived in one for 5 years. This time, I'm the thunder. She closed the folder. You won't be anonymous once this goes live. I don't want to be. A beat passed. Thank you, she said. I stood up. Don't thank me. Just write it right. 1 week later, headlines screamed. Senator Harrison implicated in drug frame. Up scandal. Exonerated man speaks out after 5 years of silence. Isabella Hart and political ties under fire. Malik slapped the newspaper on the counter. You did it, man. I stared at the photo. Isabella shielding her face from the press. Harrison behind her, looking grim. Does she look scared to you? I asked. She looks finished. My phone buzzed. An unknown number. I didn't need to guess. Malik raised an eyebrow. You gonna answer? I let it ring, then silenced it. He grinned. That's what winning sounds like. I exhaled, the sound louder in my head than I expected. You expected fireworks? No, just peace. He handed me a cup of coffee. Is this close enough? I smirked. It'll do. I'm here, Mom. I whispered, kneeling by her grave. It's done. The grass swayed gently in the breeze, and the sunlight warmed the back of my neck. She can't hurt anyone else. Not me, not anyone. I brushed some dust off her name on the headstone. I know I should have come sooner. I just wasn't ready. The silence didn't press down on me anymore. Instead, it lifted me up. I kept waiting for the right moment. Truth is, I was scared, not of her, but of what I'd become. I closed my eyes. But I think you'd be proud. I didn't break. A breeze rolled through the cemetery trees, and I felt her presence in it. I miss you, I said. Every single day. Footsteps crunched behind me. You good? Malik asked, his hands in his pockets. I stood up slowly. Yeah, for the first time in a long time. She'd be proud, he said. I hope so. He looked at the headstone. She had your fire. She had more peace than I ever did. Maybe you found a little now. I nodded. Maybe I did. You ready to go? He asked. I looked up at the sky. Not just yet. He gave me space, stepping back. I whispered, I'm free now, Mom. Not just from prison, but from her, from all of it. The sky stretched wide, blue and endless. I took one last breath. Thank you for giving me something to come back to. Then I turned. Malik was waiting, calm as ever. I smiled. Let's go home.